0, we have these 6 sections: algebra, binomial, trigonometry, logarithm, differentiation and integration. In these topics, we will revise few 10th important formula and something new like differentiation and integration. These are important formula to solve physics problems, and they also help us in derive few new derivation in physics. So let's start. In algebra, we need two main formula: one factorization, second binomial. So this is a quadratic equation, and middle term split. B should be in two parts, like E plus F is equal to B, and E into F must be equal to A into D. We can also do it in an easy way, like if we have 3x squared plus 5x 2 equal to 0, then we have to split 5 into two pieces, like their sum must be equal to 5, but their multiplication must be equal to 3 into 2, that is 6. What is that? 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 into 2 is equal to 3 into 2. So we can split it into 3 plus 2. This is called middle term split. So I can write it as 3x plus 2 equal to 0. So from first two terms I can take out the common term, that is 3x, x plus 1, and from this is only 2, again x plus 1. So now 3x plus 2 and x plus 1. 3x plus 2 equal to 0 or x plus 1 equal to 0. X is equal to minus 3 by 2 or x is equal to minus 1. So this is very easy. You can solve some problems and ask me down. So your homework in this section is solve the following quadratic equations. Quadratic equations are those in which all terms are in integers and positive 2, 1 and 0. Quadratic equations. So this is your homework. You can solve and send me these answer of these, and in the same way. Also in algebra we have one more topic, that is binomial theorem. So we will do that. So now binomial theorem. So we can understand this formula of binomial theorem by two methods. So if the total power of a plus b is 1, I can write it as a raised to power 1 plus b raised to power 1. If I have a plus b raised to power 2, I can write it as a square plus 2ab plus b square. So now you can see a trend in this. What is that? The maximum power is always maximum power of first term, and in last the maximum power is power of last term, that is b. Or then the trend, power of a is 3, 2, 1, 0. Power of b is 3, 2, 1, 0. So in the same way, I can write it as a raised to power n. The power of first term goes on decreasing and the power of second term goes on increasing one by one. So n minus 1 and minus 2, 2. And up to b raised to power n. So this is the first formula of binomial theorem, and we can write it as also one form of binomial theorem is NC0 a raised to power and b raised to power 0, NC1 b raised to power 1, NC2 minus 2 b raised to power 2 up to NCn a raised to power 0 b raised to power n. And what is C? This is called combination. In the journal, the formula of C is n factorial divided by r factorial n minus r factorial. So what is factorial? Factorial is like 5 factorial is equal to 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So factorial means we have to multiply from that number to 1. Like 7, 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, 7 to 1, 5 to 1, all the number between that, all integers, positive integers. So n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 up to 1. So now you can solve the binomial expansion of any two terms like this from your book. So this is the algebra and binomial theorem. Now we will do the approximation of binomial theorem. This is the second formula for the binomial theorem, and this is same as this, and this is in the combination form. If you solve by this formula, if you solve all these combinations by this formula, it will become this. So you can learn directly or by the formula. Let's solve one problem with the binomial theorem. If we replace a by 1 and b by x, means put a is equal to 1 and b is equal to x in your binomial theorem, then you will get a very interesting result. What is that? and minus 2 divided by 3 factorial x cube up to so on. So this become 1 plus nx plus n minus 1 2 factorial x square and n minus 1 n minus 2 3 factorial x cube and so on. Now if x is less than 1, say 0.1, 0.01, 0.002, something like that, then it can reduce to, these are very negligible because the power of very small number, that is less than 1, that square, cube and power 4 can be neglected. If only if x is less than 1, then higher powers of x can be neglected. So it reduced to 1 plus nx only in the condition if x is less than 1. If x not less than 1, we have to solve all the expansion. So, like, if I have to solve 1.01 raised to power 3, how can I solve it? By binomial theorem. I can write it as 0.01 raised to power 3. So now my x is 0.01 and this is very smaller than 1. So I can use this formula. 1 plus 3 into very easy. So you have to solve with binomial theorem. Here you have to solve all the expansion because we don't know x is less than 1 or not. But here you can use this formula. You can solve this like this. This means you don't have to solve all the expansion. You can just solve up to that term up to which its decimal number becomes 5. Okay. So we have completed the algebra and binomial theorem. Now we will do the trigonometry. So trigonometry, just a repeated topic to remind your formula from 10th class. So as we know, Pandit Badri Prasad har har bole, sona chandi dole. So sin theta is p upon h, cos theta is b upon h, and tan theta is p upon b. So cosecant theta is h upon p, secant theta is h upon b, and cot is b upon p. Then we have some relation between them. Secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1 and cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is 1. You can make more formula from this, like sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta and cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. From this, secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta and tan square theta is equal to secant square minus 1. So cosecant square theta is 1 plus cot square theta and cot square theta is secant square minus 1. Again, sin A plus B is equal to sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. You can check this formula by putting the value of A and B. Like value of A is 30, B is 60, then you can check left and right. Let's do it. A is equal to 30 degree, B is equal to 60 degree. So left hand side, sin A plus B, that is sin 30 plus 60 is equal to sin 90 is equal to 1. Sin 90 theta is equal to 1. Right hand side, sin 30 cos 60 plus cos 30 sin 60. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. Cos 60 is also 1 by 2. Cos 60 is root 3 by 2. Sin 60 is also root 3 by 2. So this becomes 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. So 1 by 3 is equal to this. 4 by 4, 1 by 1. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. So this is the formula. So next, sin A minus B. Same formula. The sign become minus cos A sin B. Then cos A plus B, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Cos A minus B, cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So in the formula of sin A plus B, sin and cos comes alternatively and then they change the angle. Plus plus, minus minus. But in the case of cos, cos and sin come together, and in the formula of plus there will be minus, and in the formula of minus there will be plus. Okay, then you have lots of formula like this new formula. Then you don't have to drive and you don't have to use directly like we use other formula, and you can learn and practice this formula, these all formula and few more formula from your book. So one more important formula is sin 2a is equal to 2 sin A cos A. Again you can check this by put a value of A in it, like 45 degree. Sin 2 into 45, that is sin 90, that is 1. Other side, sin 45 cos 45. 2 into 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, root 2, 2, and this is again 1. Left hand side, right hand side equal, and this means our formula is correct. This is one practice. So you have to check your homework in this. You have to check this formula by the value of this. Like you can take a is 60 or any term, then a is 60, b is 30. You have to put in these formula on left hand side and right hand side and check they are equal or not. So this is the trigonometry. Let's go next topic, that is our logarithm. Now we are going to start logarithm. In logarithm, you have to understand it's a representation of exponent and base. Like if we can write this 10 raised to power 2 is 100. So we can write it also like this. Base is always base, 100 is 2. In log, the power we write here and the base we write in the base and the answer is here. Power we write here and this is this and this is called base of log. Okay, so like if we are multiplying two logs, if power of multiply, as we know, if we have same base and power then added, so answer is power, so they can write it as m into n, or log mn can be written as, this is plus. The multiply can be written as plus and plus can be multiplied. And then if they got minus, they can be divided, or if they are divided they can be subtract. With a new base, we can divide log m divided by log n. These are the few formula that we can use in logarithm. Or the power that can be here can be multiplied. How? See. This will go in front of that. That is 2. Means the value of log 10 is 1. Why? When there will be 1? When the power of this is this, then the answer will be this. So these are few formula of logarithm which we will use. You can write in your copy and learn this. Log m plus log n is equal to log mn. Log m minus log n, log m divided by n. The first term will become the numerator and the second term will become the denominator. We can divide this with a new base, and with same base and the same number, the answer will be 1. Or this one we can write it as log m and log n. So these are the few formula of logarithm. Differentiation or derivatives. Integration. actually these topics are from mathematics, and the detail of these topics are also in the mathematics, but here we will use only formula as a tool. So we will discuss some important formula and you will learn and use directly. We don't have to do derivation of it in physics. In math, definitely we will do. So we can also learn formula of integration with the help of derivative formula also. Like first formula, if we have a power, like we have to take the derivative of, this is the symbol d by dx, x raised to power n, power come and then minus 1, and this will be comes exactly opposite. Here we decrease 1, there we will increase 1. Here we multiply the power, there we will divide the power. So increase the power, divide the power, decrease the power, multiply the power. So the derivative of Ex is only Ex. Integration of Ex is again only Ex. The symbol of derivative is d by dx. This is the function whose derivative is going on. And here we are doing integration of x raised to power n, and this is a curved line, and the dx is the symbol of integration. So I have to take derivative. Integration of cos x is sin x. You can see they are exactly opposite. So these are a few formula. Derivative of derivative in this term will make the term smaller. Like we have a marker. If I cut the pieces and make it very small, अगर मैं इसके बहुत छोटे-छोटे टुकड़े कर दूं और that is called derivative. और उन्हीं छोटे टुकड़ों को अगर मैं जोड़ के बड़ा कर दूं, इनमें make an aggregate, then this is called the integration. I for increase, D for decrease. This is for decrease the term. This is for increase the term. And both means change also. Differentiation means also change, and this. Now you can do unit 0 or your mathematical part, that is the first or 0 unit of your +1, and this is also important in +2. Done? So this is for the today. You can go check the formula and use or practice few sums. Message me. We will solve if you have any problem. Okay. Have a nice day.